feminine reading for you guys. I just had to do it, right? I just had to see what was going on, see what's going on with my ladies, the divine feminine energies. We have so many changes that are currently about to have. I think it's a lunar eclipse that's going to happen actually tomorrow night, depending upon where you are, tomorrow night through Sunday. So there's going to be another shift that's coming. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde, so that's awesome. But a lot of these changes are a breakdown in structure. And I've been talking to you guys about this already, about the breakdown in structures, the rise of the monarchy, in essence, you know, the crashing of the patriarchy, or the crashing of a lot of this controlling energy, right? So I just have to come with my divine feminines. I want to say ladies. That's what I want to say. Come with my ladies. But I'm saying my divine feminines, and just have a talk with you guys and do a reading. So let's get started. Who we got in the house? How you doing? How you doing, Marsha? Welcome back. All right, guys. So, of course, if you have any questions, let me know. This is, as you know, the Divine Feminine chat. Asking questions. What's going on? How are you feeling? I love to hear from you guys, of course. But we're going to do the reading and just see how everybody's feeling. I'm going to start off with the Goddess deck. And I just want to see what Goddess energy is coming up right now. I'm really feeling... I'm feeling this energy of fight, of warrior, like a warrior spirit. That's what I'm kind of feeling right now. Don't take me for granted kind of spirit, you know. But I must say that spirit of that warrior and don't take me for granted, that is more than words. That is something so much bigger. So we do have to recognize that, right, guys? Let's see what came out for you guys. Ooh, oh my gosh, what came out? What first came out? I'm gonna just tell you first. What came out first was Goddess Freya, sexuality, and then we had death and rebirth. Come on, my goddesses. I love it. This is a death and rebirth. This is the phases. Look at that. And it kind of reminds you of kind of like the phases of the moon. This is that death and rebirthing process of your sexuality. Honestly, I feel as though we got to really enjoy our sexuality. I mean, what we have been demeaned for, demonized for, all these beautiful things that women have to offer that have been demonized, we got to take that power back. So I'm loving that. Oh my gosh. And then guess what else came out? Shape-shifting. So we have another goddess here. So we have Goddess Freya, we have Goddess Villa. But let me tell you, the last goddess that came out, boom. Okay, this is Goddess Sekhmet. But nonetheless, this is anger and rage. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm really feeling, oh, and look at the bottom of the deck. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Growth. So through all of this, what I'm really feeling is really this rise up. But this is like something that's been suppressed for a long time. This is an energy that's been like, it's almost like something wants to burst out of you. It's like the real you is trying to come out. This may be the shadow side in essence, the part that you buried, the part that you didn't feel as though was okay for this society. All of that is what's coming up right now. All of that is what you can expect to come up. And so like for instance, your sexuality, for instance, this change, all for this growth process. But I must find out why are we so angry. Anybody want to tell me why y'all so angry? Divine Feminine wants to reclaim her rightful place. Yes, baby. I love it. Oh, how you doing? So let's just go ahead and look a little deeper into all of this. I'm just telling you what's coming up in me. This is the same thing that's been coming up in me for, I want to say the last couple of weeks, but I'm going back a little further. I'm like, was it last month? This might have been like since 2020 started. Really, I have been popping off at the mouth quite often, guys. How you doing, imaginary knowledge? It is her power that is angry. It is the creative energy. I love it. Yes, absolutely. So it's really about that power that wants to be extended, that wants to come out, that you've been holding back. Have you guys ever felt like, damn, I really want to say something to that person, but that's just rude? You know what I mean? Like, I mistakenly sent a text message to somebody who was being a butthole. Instead of sending it to my girlfriend, I sent it to the butthole. And really, I called him an asshole, but nonetheless. And I was just like, he's just being act. Why is he acting this way? This is ridiculous. I don't understand, because it was in regards to basically a service they were supposed to provide. They took the money and didn't want to provide the service, and then tried to blame it all on me. Now, and if you don't realize that this happens in relationship all the time, hello, queens, how you doing? This happens in relationship to the feminine all the time. You get blamed for stuff that's not your stuff. And I'm saying it nicely because I want to say you get blamed for shit that's not your shit. How many of y'all have taken on that blame? So the goddesses are coming out. That goddess Estros is coming out. Like, this is a growth opportunity. What I expressed to you guys earlier was, if you don't start doing the little baby steps of correction, correcting those people who disrespect you, correcting those people who are not even up to par with you, it's time for you to start making those small changes. And it's been happening all year. Making those small changes to start correcting how people have been treating you. Relationships, family, career, all of these things are being corrected. We are in a correction phase right now. And if you do not speak up and allow this creative correction to happen, meaning step up, say what you got to say, do it, and unapologetically, then by the time it gets down to, it's like you're going from A to Z. By the time you get to Z, you're going to be like, boom, and you're going to blow up. I want to say it's going to come and then you're not going to know what to do. But no, what's going to happen really is you're going to blow up. And have you guys waited before? Like, I mean, we do this all the time, right? We wait till we're fed up. Do you guys wait till you're fed up? Yeah, I think that timeline shift has already happened. So, but it's been gradually helping you get to that point. And so once you get into that point, you want to be comfortable. You want to be like, you know what? This actually works. Like, I'm right now in that point because I popped off enough to say, oh, yes, this actually works. People actually respond. Oh, they're actually respecting my boundaries. Oh, they're really not going to be ignorant towards me anymore because they're afraid of ... Yeah, this moon is going to blow the top off. I'm just saying, if you're not ready, I'm just saying, guys. So I just want you to be prepared. I just want you, if you haven't done it, I want to say thank you. I want you guys to pat yourself on the back. If you have been, been stepping into your authentic selves and making sure people respect your boundaries? Tell me here. Go ahead and put it in the comments. By the way, who's in the house? Where y'all shouting out from? Where you guys coming in from? Let me know. But I love to see you guys here. And I missed you guys. I really did. And what happened recently over the last 2 weeks for me has been very changed, just a major change for me. And I can say, and the Mercury retrograde always brings back challenges, right? And so when I had to deal with this challenge this time, I said, hold up, wait a minute. Hello, Dallas, LA. Hey, how y'all doing? You know I'm from Texas, right? Hey, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, so if you haven't already been doing it and you feel like you can't, this is that time to come out. Because what I've been teaching people for years is either you can say something a little bit along the way or you can blow up at the end. And then you get so upset when you blow up at the end because you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have did that. Oh my God, I said I went off. Come on. Yes, you did. Because you've been burying it. You were afraid to say something before, and now it's time for you to say it. This full moon moving into Sagittarius, it was a lunar eclipse that's coming in the next 24 hours. Be careful. I mean, some of you might, and I mean, people are testing you. You're going to be tested. You are already being tested. So all you have to do is really just let it happen. You know, DF has been suppressing. Absolutely. Divine Feminine has been suppressing. Being mad at yourself. Yes, do not be mad at yourself. I give you permission. I know you're like, well, who the hell is she? I give you permission to pop off a little bit at a time until you get to where you need to be. And do it in a way to where, or you can blow up at the end, whatever, however you do your thing. I personally feel as though when I blow up at the end, I've used so much energy. Like, I mean, my voice is high, my energy is drained. All these things happen as a result of me blowing up at the end. However, If I do a little bit, little baby steps, oh, I didn't like how you did that. Oh, you won't do that to me again. Oh, you have crossed the boundary. I don't expect that to happen ever again. What? You did dot, dot, dot? Oh, okay. Well, I understand. Well, that's not going to be tolerated here. So if that's something you're used to doing, you might want to do that somewhere else because it will not be tolerated here. These are little things you can say along the way in your career, in your family, when people are pulling on you constantly. And so the messages that are here are very, very clear to me in that, it's time to exude that self confidence. And even through your sexuality, don't be apologetic about it. Enjoy it. Do you, boo, So let's see what else is coming out for my divine feminists. I miss you guys. I want to go more into the sexuality and see what other messages are coming out from spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, angels, guides, and ancestors. What else do they need? Oh, wow. Guys, come on. See, and this is what we're having to get rid of. I mean, we just had this conversation, right? Anxiety came out, guys, anxiety came out in addition to sexuality. So this is you not feeling comfortable in your own skin. These are all of the things we got to tear off. Everybody's baggage, everybody's expectations of you, all of that. It's time for it to go. And trust me, I know it's not easy. I really do. But it has to be done. This is what's happening right now. As you know, it's a lot of structural changes, not just from the hierarchical, from the state or the country, not just the people that are so-called in power, which really aren't in power, except you gave them the power or people gave them the power. I'm just saying, don't get me started. But all of these structures are changing. I mean, religion, state, all these things, down to the feminine, the spirituality, all of it, communication, journalism, all these things have changed over the years, right? All of these things have changed. And now as a result of it, people have more of a voice. You have more of a voice. Take advantage of that voice. This is the time for the divine feminine to rise up. The matriarchal, it's time for it to rise. I mean, like I said, it's all about balance. This is not about tearing down the masculine. What it is about uplifting the feminine. And so if you can't trust yourself, absolutely, Mother Earth is asking us to speak. Absolutely. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Hey. If you don't know, you definitely better ask. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, this anxiety here that the feminine is feeling in regards to their sexuality. Okay, so this is what... All right, guys. They want you to feel less than. They want you to feel like you're not being a lady. They want you to feel like, if you don't do it this way, then you're doing it the wrong way. So they can provide judgment. They want to judge you. So they're putting you in a position to where they can judge you. So all of that to say, you got to release the judgment, the allowing of the judgment. The creation of all these things have made you feel like, oh, I don't want to be judged. So now I can't even enjoy my own sexuality. Why? Because it's power in your sexuality. It's power in this. And so they have demeaned the feminine, the power of the feminine, so you can't use it because they know how powerful it is. So you don't understand. They haven't been playing checkers. They've been playing chess. So you don't even see it coming, divine feminine. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't even see it coming. I don't know why Spirit is trying to make me tell you all my business. I think I told you guys a long time ago. I don't know if you follow me for a while, you may have already heard the story. But I'm telling you, this week was similar to a previous week where I just had people trying to get over and over again. And I must say it was the masculine energies trying to get over on me over and over and over again. I mean, down from me purchasing a car for my daughter and them never giving me the title. And the law states that if you don't give them a title by a certain time, then you can get a full refund for that vehicle. And they try to tell me, well, the person's not there to provide a check and nobody's here to do ... I said, well, I'm sure there's a manager. I'm sure there's someone else. I'm sure you have more than one person here that could provide a check as I'm giving you these keys so you can keep this car because you still haven't given me the title. I mean, it's common sense, right? But I tell you, if they didn't talk to me like I was trash, like I don't know what I'm talking about, like, oh, we can get over on her. You guys have heard about that, going to car dealerships going to mechanics, things of that nature, people trying to get over on you. So it's like you're always in this battle of people trying to get over on you. So you always have to have somebody there to help you. But I'm telling you guys, you got to help yourself. I was just on Instagram earlier today, and I was saying, if you don't want to help you, what makes you think somebody else is going to help you or put your best interest first? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying people are just trash. I mean, some people are, I guess. But what I'm saying is, if you don't put your best interest first, your best interest is at the front of your belief, what you want, what you desire for your life. You're going to put yourself first most of the time. I hope so, anyway. But if you depend upon somebody else that's putting somebody else's needs first, or their needs first, or dot's needs first, then you're always going to be sitting here waiting. You see what I'm saying? You said no. You said they are trash. I love it. Yes, you're going to always be subject to somebody else's putting your needs first. So all of that to say, women have, and I'm going to just have to say it, because I keep wanting to say divine feminine, but that's just taking too many syllables. But women have been put in this place of victimhood mentality for a long time, where you have to depend upon somebody. Now, if you don't know me well, let me help you. By the way, if you guys are here, please thumbs up before you leave. I appreciate it. If you guys have not already realized that your power and the need to understand that there are things or people at odds that are coming against you because they don't want you to realize your power, that's when people start to have tantrums. Don't act like y'all don't know anybody who had a tantrum, like when you told them the truth and they just started popping off at their mouth saying all kinds of nasty stuff. And you're like, oh, so you're having a tantrum. I must have pressed the button. Just know that a lot of masculine energies right now, buttons are being pressed for them because their masculinity is based on their ability to provide, ability to protect, ability to ... And if they're not in a position to do some of these things, then they start to feel less than a ... So, I've dealt with that. Even, if you're dealing with people who don't make as much money as you, they start to feel less than and then treat you a certain way. Or they may say, oh, well, you look pretty all the time. Whose attention are you trying to get? Because of their own insecurities. Why are you acting like that? Why are you smiling at him? You're at Subway. You know what I mean? I'm smiling because I'm just happy. Is there something wrong with that? Oh, why are you being all happy? In their face, This is a 4-year, aka, oh, yes. So, it's real. So if you guys don't know, you better ask somebody. So if you haven't gone through it, maybe you have a friend or somebody who has gone through it. But when they're challenged with these insecurities, come out. And so I would say this is not for you to fix. This is for somebody else to grow, and you can't help fix them. That's all I want to say. So I'm going to go back to this whole anxiety around your sexuality. If you're feeling like you can't be wholeheartedly the authentic, loving, sexual being that the divine feminine is, then you need to dig and find out why. Now, I personally just recently went through a major purge, purging, crying, heartbreak, wrenching experience where I had to really purge a lot of this upbringing mentality that said that if I don't have ... then I'm less than. That's another reason why I took off for a month, because I saw this coming a mile away. Man. Guys, I saw this coming a mile away. I was like, look, I don't have time for YouTube right now because I just feel like I'm going to have to do a lot of inner reflection right now. And I can say it was beautiful. I can say while I was in it, I hated it. I was like, why do I have to go through this? Literally, I spoke the words, why do I have to do this? I was talking to my ancestors, calling out for help, calling out. And if you guys are ever in this place where you really feel like I just need help, call on your ancestors, call on your spirit guides. They will be there. They will help you. Okay? You say you sure can't fix people. I had to learn that the hard way. Absolutely. And if you continue to sit there and continue to fight with that person, or if you continue to try to get them to love you, commit to you, all of these different things, the whole time you're being eaten away. So all of that to say, I wasn't trying to go that deep right now, but I just want to say this is the time to take back your sexuality, because guess what? It's power. in your authentic sexuality. And if you're feeling a certain way about your sexuality, all I'm gonna say is look into it. Let me get you some advice around this. And I'm gonna get advice for each goddess message that we receive. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the advice regarding sexuality and the anxiety around this for our divine feminines. Okay, the advice about this is life is a mystery. Use your mind, claim your independence, and watch and wait. So all of that to say, they're telling you, okay, so you receive the cat spirit, claim your independence. Beautiful, right? Okay, claim your independence. Use your mind wisely, right? I think, okay, so you have to, and Spirit is really like downloading a lot right now. You have to, oh, it's like I'm losing it. What happened? They're saying claim your independence first and then see how people react. Watch what's happening to the people who you change. Like you're showing this change towards, like whether it be family members or whatever, you start taking back your independence for yourself, they're going to start to react. They're not going to like it. They may come at you negatively, come at you. They may come at you guys. And all I'm going to say is just watch, okay? Watch this. Watch and wait. You guys receive the seahorse spirit as well. Watch and wait. Watch them. Use your mind. Don't be manipulated. There they go. There you go. They're saying don't be manipulated by their struggle. Okay. Don't be manipulated by their struggle just because they can't handle what's going on. Okay. So that's what they're saying here. All right. So that's what you got to be careful about. You said my loved ones do not like that I am. Let me see if I can get that. Hopefully it'll come back, guys. But yes, they're not going to like it. So when you do step into your power and your independence and they're not able to manipulate you like they did or manipulate you like they did a long time ago or what have you, they're going to basically, they're not going to like it. Point blank. So then we have here, life is a mystery, the bobcat spirit. This is just letting you know that there's going to be a lot that you're not going to see, but I want you to follow your intuition. Spirit is working behind the scenes, and there's a lot of things you're not going to be aware of, but you just need to watch and wait and let Spirit do what Spirit's going to do, you know, and recognize that it is a mystery. If you're hoping that you're going to get the answers today or when you have your prayer or what have you, those answers may not come to you because Spirit is like, you need to not know, trust in me. You need to not know, trust in me. Isn't that deep? Isn't that deep, y'all? I love it. I'm trying to change this. Okay. Trust in me. So that's why it's really the way it is. So let's go on to the next one. So we have a death and rebirth of the divine feminine. That's right around the corner here. Let's go ahead and clarify this death and rebirth. All right. This death and rebirth. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, guys. So we received the thinking woman and the temple path, both of which came in reverse. So this is about you leaving behind logic. Only the things that you see, not the things that you know what I mean? Like, so we many times put more stock in what we see, what we know, our logic, because we're so smart, right? Nope, stop it. Yes, logic plays a major role, but Spirit is higher than logic. That's like you're here, you're following what you know, what you've learned, your memories, your past, your present, all these things are right here. But Spirit's up here, watching beyond your scope and telling you what's going on. So even if you don't know what's going on over here, Spirit does, because you're only here. So you just got to entrust. So that's what they're talking about right now, trusting in Spirit over logic, because as many times you can end up back in the same cycles. I'm going to leave it at that. So let's see what the advice is for this. And the advice is for this is nothing is wasted. And again, wow. Claim your independence came out again. So I think this is going to be a running thing for the divine feminine today. We also have nothing is wasted. Now, I love this vulture spirit. This vulture spirit, although they may not be the most awesome of animals, you see them, you know, eating deer on the side of the road. I see them all the time, okay? Eating a fox, a rabbit, anyway. But this spirit, you may always feel like something's up with that, you know. This spirit, you're like, Why did I have to go through this? Again, but I keep trying to tell you, it's a process. You have to go through it so you can learn, so you can grow. So this vulture spirit here, this is telling me that your advice here is to recognize that what you've gone through is not wasted. So bring a gentle touch. Claim your independence. Don't treat people as harshly as they treated you. Set the boundaries, yes. Have empathy, have compassion, all of these things. But realize that every time somebody comes at you, it's an opportunity for you to grow. So, for instance, why are you calling me at 11 o'clock? You know I'm about to go to sleep. Well, I just wanted to, come see you and see, come see you. Well, I got the kids in the bed. I'm about to go to sleep, but I wanted to come see you. But I called you all day and you didn't call me back, but I wanted to come see you. And, that gives you the opportunity not to cuss them out, but I'm sure you're feeling some kind of way. Something's bubbling up in your spirit at that time where you're just like, I can't believe he doesn't get this, right? What I'm telling you is whatever that is that's bubbling up in you, that's at that moment means you need to create a boundary. Look, do not call me after this time. I appreciate you. I do love you. I'd love to see you. However, I contacted you earlier today where I was available and now I'm no longer available. Have a great day. Click. Click. So that's where you bring in that gentle touch, but you gotta say what you gotta say. So don't get mad like, oh my God, I'm going through this all over again. Because I think that's where the frustration comes in. Like, I can't believe I'm here again. What makes them think that I'm available at 11:30? What makes them think they can talk to me that way? What makes them think that? So what made them think they can sit there and give me a card, not give me the title, and think I was not gonna come back for my money? What made you think it was okay for you to treat me in that way? And that's how I feel. I don't know about y'all. Can I get some can I get a hand clap, praise, hand wave, something? Have y'all ever felt that way where you're like, hold up, wait a minute. What made them think they could talk to me that way? What made them think they could disrespect me in that way? What made them think they could cross this boundary in that way? All right, y'all. Y'all got me getting hot over here, okay? I'm getting hot in here, okay? We've all been through it. So you're like, well, how dare you? And that's where I've been. I'm telling you guys, I've been feeling it. And I've been like, hold on, what you think you're talking to? Like, literally, like I just had to say it. Like, it's like I didn't want to be disrespectful. I was trying to be compassionate. But I was just like, how dare you talk to me in that manner? What makes you think it's okay? You don't know me like that, son. You may think you know me, but apparently you don't know me, okay? So all of that to say, guys, just know that logic right now is not always the way to go. The way to kind of help you through some of these issues right now is through your independence, is through your challenges. And every time you have that challenge and they pop off and say something negative or ignorant or ... to you, that gives you the opportunity to face a fear. It gives you the opportunity to face a part of you that is challenging for you. And whenever God gives you those opportunities, it's for you to grow. So the next time you feel that way and you're like, how dare you? Just be like, how dare you? And check them. Do what you got to do. Check them however you got to check them, but don't hold it in. Because I know that's what I've done for many years where I just check it in and where I hold it in. Do you guys hold it in? I've held it in for years. I'm just saying. And I just feel so much better. Once I started to learn and really learn about my divinity, my feminine divinity, the power in my feminine touch, the power in my loving energy, the power in my voice, consoling, the spiritual aspects of me, all these things. I had a girlfriend who I love to death, guys. Not anymore. I let stuff go. I had a friend of mine who I used to say all the time, she would say, well, I don't know why they're doing all this stuff for me. I'm not having, I'm not intimate with them. I'm not whatever with them. What we have? I'm not intimate with them. I'm not ... with them. And they're getting me all this stuff, or they're taking me to these really nice dinners, or they want to, take me all these places. Why are they doing all of this? Now, I'm telling you, divine feminines, when you start questioning things like that, because you feel as though Why is someone being nice to me? I know you may say, you know, but they can't be really real about it. They can't be serious about this, or they can't be, what do they want from me? And what I told her was, he wants your time. He wants your conversation. He wants your love. He wants your support. He wants these things, and these things are valuable. Everybody's not the same way. So what you have, they're willing to do whatever for because of the value in it. So those people who want to say, yeah, but I make more than you, I'm the one who bring home the bacon and I'm the provider, so therefore I get to treat you like shit. No, absolutely not. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. So, unacceptable. We will not allow this, right? That's unacceptable. No. So whenever you feel that way, I just need you to know the value that's in your loving, beautiful, feminine energy. Your divine feminine energy is more valuable than $1. Trust me, the US dollar ain't worth much anyway. I'm just saying. But all these things are structures. You can't compare. You just can't compare the value of your heart, your time, your love, your presence in someone's life. You can't compare that to $1. Man, you get out of here. I deserve more. I'm worth it. I'm worth more. So anyway, I'm back now. All right, so we addressed the death and rebirth. So we're dying to the lack mentality, and we're rebirthing the powerful feminine yin loving energy. You said the woman, oh, I didn't see that, I'm sorry. Yes, guys, so let's go to the next one. We have shifting the space. So we have shape-shifting here. We have a shape-shifting goddess here. Let's see what she's bringing to the table, and let's get some advice about this. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors. The message for the divine feminine, for goddess. What is the message from goddess Villa? Leah, shape-shifting goddess for the divine feminine. Wow, beautiful. Ooh, all this want to come out? Oh my gosh, all this wants to come out. Okay, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for that. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Everything here is really about your heart healing and you having the power. Wow. We have the magician here. You're the alchemist. You are the one who can create this magic here. Look at the shapeshifter. She is the magician here. But you have to realize your power. You have to realize that you have the power, that you are the magician. So what else came out here was healer of the ages. Now this means that healing is necessary. We need some healing. We also have adjacent possibilities. This means that you may not be looking at the other options that are out there. You're kind of, you're focused on one thing, but you're not seeing all these other things that are out there. So all of that to say, it's about changing this mindset, allowing you to heal. We have the green chakra here. So this is just letting me know, again, in reverse, again, these challenges with your heart. And then we have broken heart here in reverse, which is a great thing. So that means it's like, this is leading you to come out of this. Okay, so if you can heal, if you recognize your power as the alchemist, if you recognize the additional opportunities that are afforded you, that are still around you, then you can heal your heart. By healing your heart, you can then change. You can shift. You can be powerful. Not you can be powerful. You can finally assert your power, recognize your power, walk in your power, glow in your power. I love this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm loving every minute of it. Okay. So let's get the advice for the shape-shifting energies so it can help you to alchemize whatever it is that you have coming in. What is it that you need to know? What is it that the divine feminine needs to know about shape-shifting? Oh my gosh, I love this. Be generous of spirit. Oh, look at the lion here. This is lion spirit. This is about courage. Oh, I love this. This is also 10, 73, 10. This is about completion. We also have the dolphin spirit, the canary spirit. Sing your own song. This and that are true. You have opportunities here. Set healthy boundaries. All of these things are coming out for you, and await your sweet results. Like I said, nothing's wasted. So every time someone comes at you, cross those boundaries. Like I said, in career and family, love, whatever it is, your passion, it's giving you the opportunity to speak up and create more boundaries. And once you do that, you'll feel like, and then once people, and you'll see like, wow, people are actually listening. People are actually respecting my boundaries. I'm just saying, that's what can happen for some of you. So let's do it for all of you, actually. So let's go ahead and look into this angry. Now we saw this. I talked about this in the beginning about how the divine feminine has been showing this anger about this growth process. It's been making you angry about having to go through this. Some of you may be questioning, why do I have to go through this, right? Let me go ahead and pull from the Wisdom Oracle. Let me see a message. But this was the center of your reading. This is the main part of this reading. So I'm going to get a little more information, a little more advice on this, and then we're going to get out of here, okay? Wow, mending. This is about you guys healing again. What else is this anger and rage about? Wanting to rebuild, letting the tower fall, and then mending it back together. So some of you, I'm really feeling here. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the relationship deck. Now I'm gonna pull out the relationship deck. Some of you are need to let something fall, okay? And by backing up and allowing it to fall, then you can mend it the way it needs to be mended. Fix it, create what you need to create. But some of the things that are going on, you're going to have to let it fall so it can grow authentically the way Spirit wants it. And I feel like Spirit has your back on this, okay? Wow, I love it. What came out for the divine feminine is you deserve love. I love this. What also came out was healing family issues. Okay, so this is again talking about what I talked about earlier, going back to your upbringing. I mean, this could have been over. This reading could have been over like 30 minutes ago. I mean, because everything's coming out exactly what I said earlier in the beginning. This is about your love for yourself. This is about demolishing some of these healing issues that you are going through, some of these mind frames that you've been going through for a while. So I just need you to know you're going to allow these things to fall so you can allow it to build back up the way it needs to. Let's see what the advice is for. Thank you, Holy Spirit. How do you deal with the anger? How does the divine feminine deal with the anger here? Time for a deep dive. You have the swan spirit and the sandpiper spirit, and underneath we have overcoming obstacles. Okay, so you guys received the swan spirit. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We have be playful here with the sandpiper spirit, and then we have overcoming obstacles. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just saying. I thought it was beautiful. Because what Spirit is making clear, whew, as you understand what's going on, because like I said, these obstacles, you're overcoming these obstacles now. So by you reflecting, and that's why I said you can take these opportunities, these challenges as an opportunity to set more boundaries, to grow in your communication. Right now, the communication is necessary for the divine feminine. The communication is necessary. So let's go ahead and get the last message for the divine feminine. Let's see what the last message is for the divine feminine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you guys. I really missed you guys. I'm going to bring this to a close. I was really trying to do this quickly. But did anybody have any questions right now? I would love to know what's been going on with y'all for the last month. I'll talk to y'all for like the last 5 minutes. The power of attraction. See, this is what I'm talking about. Feminines, you have this power, but you're not using it. Like I said, we have deep dive for the light. That came out again. You are diving for the light, meaning you have to go deep within, through the darkness, through the hurt, through the pain, to come out to the light on the other end in order to grow in your light journey. Okay? Then we also have here, after the storm. What you want already wants you. Okay? We also have what is already yours. You don't have to fight for something that's already yours or settle for something that's already yours. Look at the powerful legacy that you guys have. Walk in your power. I don't know what else to say. Chakra message. Chakra message, y'all. Woo. Wow. Solar plex chakra. Again, this is all about that power within. Knowing that you can. This is the affirmation associated with the yellow chakra is I can do ... I can. So anything that you feel like you can't do, that's when you start doing your affirmations. I can. All right, guys. I love you guys. Do you guys have any questions? I'm about to clean up and roll out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you back here again next week. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do the monthly readings or not, but you will see more lives this month. I may start it again back in August. So I may start the August ones. So you'll have that for August. But right now, I'm still going through this lovely change myself. And I just had to come on live with you guys because I missed y'all so much. Who's in the house? Marsha. Who do we have here? Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Jolanda. Imagination knowledge. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Oh, what was the question? We have a question here. Oops, what happened? Sorry. We have a question. In May, you suggested to express my feelings to my TF, and I finally did. He couldn't even say anything back. Don't you just love that? I mean, really, it's like most of the time you're just scared. That's what it really is. It's like you're almost scared of what could potentially happen. So because you're walking in this fear, and y'all know, if you don't know me by now, y'all should know the one thing I can't stand is fear mongering, fear tactics. I can't stand the whole fear thing. Ever since this whole COVID thing came out, I was like, no. This whole fear thing, I can't do it. I have to provide hope. Anything fear, I run away. Fearful, people fearful, all of these things. If I see that fear, I got to walk away. I just can't because I'm not living in that. So all of that to say, the reason why we don't confront these people is because we're afraid of the backlash. We're afraid that they're going to yell back at us. They're afraid that we're going to do ... You don't want to deal with the backlash. And that's because they've conditioned you to believe that every time you speak up for your best interest, that they're going to lash out. But when you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, let's see who's going to win this one, and you're having a battle, and they're like, oh, it's not so easy anymore, then they have no choice but to listen. It felt so good to get it off my chest. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Yay! At least I helped one person. I'm so proud of you. I love it. Great. Thank you. Good. I'm so happy for you because you're right. It feels good. It does, guys. When you finally get that off and you say what you got to say, I realized, the first time I popped off, and let me just tell you guys this real quick. Oh, thank you, guys. You're so sweet. Thank you. Let me just tell you this. And I popped off in a conversation where it was a bunch of men and women. It was like a male-female thing that was going on. And the men were talking about, I don't know why women want a man who got money. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no ... I was like, ooh. You know how much it took me to sit back? And then another guy said, well, I don't know why she treated me like this. I'm not the man that did her wrong. She should trust me. I said, for what? Oh, guys, I sat there as long as I could, quiet. I'm sitting there like this. Have you guys had those moments? Have you guys had those moments where you sitting there like, if I say something, I think everybody's going to go, I don't think they're going to like it. So you're sitting back like, I can't say it, you know? You're like, but they just keep talking. And that's what happens in relationships too. That happens with your family. That happens at your job. And you just keep listening and you get fed up. And you get to a point where you're like, boom, that happened to me. at a little house gathering, a little dinner party. I started thinking of like a reality show. Like I don't even watch reality shows, right? I can't stand them. But nonetheless, I don't even watch reality shows. But I could just imagine if I was in a reality show, I would have been the one that everybody been like, yeah, did you see what she did? Guys, I just couldn't take it. And the more they spoke, and I just was like, why should she trust anything that you say out of your mouth? After what she's gone through and what she's experienced, you expect her to trust you, who she doesn't even know? Are you kidding me right now? I was like, you sound stupid. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And so, and all my girls turned back and looked at me like, whoo. I was like, I just can't take it. I said, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, I don't think I should be in this conversation. And at that moment, I realized that some of the people that were around me, because they were saying something to the effect also of, oh yeah, you and so-and-so would make pretty babies and all this. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You want to get married or get with this person because you think you can make some pretty babies? I'm like, is that what we come down to? Oh, y'all would have cute kids. What? I mean, the more I listened to it, it was just not the men, like I said, the masculine, it was the females too. It was the whole dynamic of it all. And I just at that moment realized, I was like, it's certain things, certain people I don't think I should be around anymore. There's and I had to make a decision, and I was like, okay, so certain people I refuse. Like my girlfriends I was still cool with, but some of those people, like if they were going to be there or if they were going to be in the vicinity or what have you, I was just not going to allow them in my space. And I mean, I'm telling you, by the time I left there, one of the guys had the nerve to say to me, had you not blown up like that, I was going to ask you for your number. I was like, what? I don't want your number. Had you not act like that, I was like, wow, really? Mind you, this person lived about 2 hours away. I'm sorry, what did you say? Ha. You said U.S. men can be so ruthless. You got that right. They can be so ruthless because we have the flames for it at the moment, but us so dumb. I'm trying to read the whole thing, but I'm sorry, guys. Hold up. I'm trying to read the whole thing, but want to cry about it later. Yep, none of them were living in their divine masculine or feminine nature. Nah, they were not. You're absolutely right. But that's when it was something that clicked in me. But all of that to say, this is one of those moments that are one of those challenging moments that give you the opportunity to grow. At that moment, that was the first time, and I'm telling you, it was bubbling up in me like I blew. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you trying to tell me that if a woman wants that, they got to do, who are you? Are you a provider? Are you a man? So you're trying to say she can't do what you can do. You can't do what she can do. Can you birth children? Can you do that? Are you kidding me right now? Oh. I went off, y'all. No problem, Marsha. I mean, all the time, whenever. But I'm so serious, y'all. That's what happened. And that was the beginning of my divine feminine journey. And when I knew that I could no longer be silent because the ignorance is prevalent. It's everywhere. The ego of the masculine in many cases. And I'm saying that's within me too. We both have it. We both have masculine and feminine energies. But what I'm saying is the ego of the whole patriarchal structure is ego. And I say to the patriarchal structure, how dare you? How dare you? What makes you think you allowed more power and then you can create a whole structure that says I'm supposed to bow down to you for what? When I am the divine feminine of beauty, love, the birther of this nation, of this world. Are you kidding me right now? All that to say. If y'all don't know by now, if you don't know me by now, my perspective regarding the whole feminine masculine structure, I really believe that the patriarchal structure came as a result of women allowing, or the feminine allowing the males to have a little power, and then they took it and created a structure of their own to maintain and keep them in power. And as a result, over the years, the feminine, because they created the rules, they created this whole structure, illusion. You are now the alchemist. Alchemize that shit. love you guys. I'm gonna talk to you later. Let me get out of here. Bye, y'all. I love it.